My name is Curtis Corbin.
My name is Willie Richardson.
My name is Odell Ford.
I got introduced to golf in Seattle, Washington. My father-in-law played, so I got to play with him. We used blades. I got introduced to Jake Gaither when I moved back to Tallahassee in 2005. Actually, I knew Jake Gaither before then. My father played out here when I was a young boy, and I used to caddy for him. But at that time, I thought it was a little much to be chasing a little white ball. But after that, I grew to love it. First really great shot I made, I've been hooked ever since.
Well, I was introduced by a friend of mine when I just graduated college. I thought it was a slow game. It didn't seem very exciting. But after we began to play, I see that it's a game of concentration. And I played a lot of sports. It's probably the hardest game I've ever played, to be honest with you.
I came out to Jake Gaither Golf Course in about 2005. The way that I got introduced to golf is pretty much the way a lot of guys did. Tiger Woods came on the golf scene and generated a lot of interest in golf. And so I became interested, and I discovered the golf course was out here. So I came out to play and learn to see how difficult the game was.
Out of the three of you, who has the best game?
The one that, out of the three of us, the best game is probably the one who plays the most right now.
It's me.
Complete sentence.
The best game. We have a little competitive spirit about ourselves, so on any given Monday, I could lose, but not often.
I guess my first mentor was probably the guy who introduced me to the game of golf actually, and that was Glenn Mills, who's now in Jacksonville, I believe. And there was a gentleman out here whose name was Ike. Ike Williams. To just watch Ike hit the ball with such force and control, I really tried to mimic my game after him. So he would probably be the person I would point to as the person that I wanted to be like.
There were two for me, Leroy Kilpatrick and Johnny Lee Brown. Mr. Kilpatrick is a good long ball hitter. Mr. Brown is precise. I said, so I spent a lot of time trying to be Johnny Lee Brown, trying to challenge Johnny Lee Brown out here, and no one has ever done it since then, but Mr. Brown was my mentor, yes.
There was a gentleman named Mr. Battle who would play in a group with them, and all of them were such great golfers that the young guys or the recent golfers would just mimic their play and challenge ourselves to be competitive with them. Jake Gaither Golf Course, for me, was considered one of Tallahassee's best kept secrets for athletic events and for recreation. And for the longest time, we would relish the fact that we had the course to ourselves. Because in the game of golf, there is no shot that you will ever hit, no matter what course you're playing at, that Jake Gaither Golf Course wouldn't challenge you to hit. And the word got around that in spite of the size of the golf course being 9 holes, it's one of the most challenging tracks that you will ever play. One of the attractions to me for coming to the golf course was that I discovered that my aunt worked here. Her name was Annie Mae Knight, and she worked in the clubhouse. She encouraged me to do something meaningful for the course and to use my talent. So she asked me if I would paint a portrait of Coach Gaither, whom the course is named after.
Well, I guess to really appreciate it, you probably need a before and after. 20 years ago compared to the way it looks right now. It's been a metamorphosis, actually. The way that they've cleaned the course up, cart paths, they're beautiful and state of the art. It's a welcoming sight. I mean, it's a pleasing sight. So I don't know how you come out here and look at it while it's in its glory now and really not be in awe with it.
I'm happy for the day. I'm happy for the fact that Jake Gaither has finally received the recognition that it deserves. It being on the National Registry time has come. It is about time. And I just hope that going forward, we continue the growth and that we've shown so far.